What is up, soul family? Coming at you with another collective reading. As always, let's jump right in and see what comes out. And we have the Chariot. I think this is Aries, the god of war. Oh, I was gonna shuffle, but. And then I think this is Hephaestus, the king of wands. A lot of fire energy. Or I don't think the Chariot's fire energy specifically, but the background imagery kind of reminded me of that. The Seven of Wands. And to be clear, there's like literally fire around. So yeah, I guess it's kind of fire energy. That's how this card is being depicted. But anywho, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what energy the Chariot represents. Like, I know obviously like what the suits do. And I think I know every now and again, like some cards throughout the major arcana might have like a astrological correlation, but Ten of Swords. I'm not sure if all the major arcana have an astrological, much less elemental correlation. They probably do. Tarot is very, very in depth and symbolic. Oh, and there we go. Ten of Cups is funny because in the card of the day we're talking about the Nine of Cups. Now we have the Ten of Cups popping out. I'm gonna pull one more, or drop one more. The Knight of Pentacles, and then on the bottom we have my girl, the Empress. All right, let's see what's meant to come out. Oh, and then the Knight of Pentacles is Chiron. I think that's how you say that, or Charon. Excuse me if I'm butchering this being's name, and I'm probably gonna say her name wrong. I'm so sorry if I do. But Demeter, the goddess of harvest and grain, is the Empress. But let's jump right in. Okay, so before we go forward, it's funny, the Chariot is actually typically associated with water. So it's very interesting how they have these depictions kind of shift depending on the artwork and the intention behind the theme that the artist is trying to make. But before I go on a whole entire rant about tarot decks and how they're created, let's begin the reading. So I definitely feel like it's been some kind of fucking battle. Like it's like we are tired, we're exhausted, we've been pushing through, we've been holding and setting intentions, we've been fighting the good fight, we've been having a lot of tenacity and showing grit. And the Ten of Swords, I feel like it's one of two things. It's like we are exhausted and like we are buried in the ground. Like, stick a fork in it, it's done. And it could be the energy of that literal exhaustion, but it could be pointing towards the fact that maybe there was some very painful or difficult ending. Could be a combination of both. Really depends on, I guess, the situation that you're in. Even here, I see like you're working like hard, like you're putting in that work, you're slaving away, you're like hammering away and creating and working and putting that intention into whatever you're trying to build. And then we even have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a lot of energy over time, actions over time, planting seeds and working towards it. When it comes to planting and having a garden, it takes time to plant that seed and water it and nurture it and weather it through the storms that come, and make sure that it's all healthy up until the point which gets to an actual giant plant, and then nursing it back to health if it gets sick. Like it's an entire journey to garden, so to speak. But I feel like it's not for no reason. So this Ten of Cups could be coming out of for a couple reasons. It could be pointing towards that maybe you've had family be the element, family and friends long term, that have been the factor that have been kind of keeping you going, and that's kind of lifted you up and has been your fuel and motivation to keep going. It could be that, or it could also be pointing towards the fact that you are about to have a union with somebody, or you're building towards having this connection, or you're building a family with somebody, or building community with somebody, like where you have like friends and family, and you're actually branching out into the community and you're actually experiencing these connections with people around you. So I feel like, or maybe it's all of the above. Maybe it's you're already experiencing this to a certain degree and you're working towards heightening this experience or experiencing it within a different paradigm. You could be getting married and then, now you're going from having the support of your birth family to now the support of your wife and your kids, or, whatever your chosen family is even. But the point I'm trying to make is, I think in some way, shape, and form, there is some very strong bonds and connections that are going to help bolster this period or help you get through it, or that you're about to step into. And then last but not least, we got my girl, the Empress. So all this hard work is not for nothing. Like, you're going to reap the benefits of all the seeds that you planted. You're going to see all of those seeds grow. It's like she's a goddess of harvest and grain. And the Knight of Pentacles, we are planting those seeds. We're putting them in the ground piece by piece by piece. And everything has its season. Everything has its time. Reality and creation itself has their own cycles that even, it adheres to. So, as above, so below. So, we just got to keep on trusting that as we plant those seeds, that the cycle of what we have planted and the season of what we have planted will basically blossom all that we're hoping for. And that was probably horribly stated. I'm not gonna lie, like that sentence came out like hot ass, but you get the point I'm trying to fucking make. All this hard work will not be for naught. And one of my favorite things about the Empress is, like, she's sitting pretty. She's not having to work too hard for her money. She's not having to continue to bust her ass. She's not having to do like all these, she's not having to effort so much. She's basking. She's enjoying. She is quite literally thriving in all that she has done already. It's like she's planted those seeds and now she is sitting in all that she has, and all that she has set into motion. So if there's any message that I can, I guess, shorten this entire reading to, it is keep going. You're about to reap the benefits of what you're looking for or what you are working towards. And maybe I'm just talking a lot to myself right now, but maybe it's a lot of both. But either way, peace and blessings, everybody. I hope you guys have a great night. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.